Hi, I'm Gabriel and welcome to the new development vlog for this week. And this time I got something interesting for you because I can show you how the development process for the first character of the game is going on, and this is the first character I'm doing with the new technology that I built up for the game and that I put together for the game from a technical animation point of view. And here you can see the concept art that I already started last week and how I completed and how I decide the final version of the character. And the important point here was that I actually split the major part of the character. Here you can see that I start by splitting the head of the character from the body, and this allowed me to rotate it with more freedom, and then I decide to even remove the body from the rest of the lower from the upper body part. And this is actually the final version I decided for the character to go with. And so in this development blog I think I'm not going to talk a lot. You can see the whole process and you can enjoy it and have fun, and I will interrupt just to explain what's going on, and so have fun. So here you can see the first step I decided to recreate the character was to decide the shape, and basically I modeled the character with really ugly shapes just to decide and the shape of the character, how much every part of the character take in the space, so that I can then model all the rest of the character on top of it with more precision. And it's just to help me guide basically the whole process and to create a prototype of what the basic final character is going to look like. So here instead I start to model the final version of the character, and it's a low poly model, but it's going to be textured at the end, and I actually model every vertex or every polygon, whatever you want to call it, one by one. And I think this is something I do, and it's just a style of modeling stuff, and it's not the best way to do it, and it just depends from the style you're looking for. But I really like to do it this way. It gives me more control over the model, and something that it really improves is the quality of the overall model when you have to then create the rig to animate the character. It's very simple if you put all the vertices in the right place to start with. The hardest part for developing this character was to understand the right position and the right anatomy of every part of the body, because I was creating a character that doesn't exist and I have to make up a character that is believable. And the big problem I was having up to this point is that I was not using any reference in the anatomy of the character. I was making the anatomy up and it was not working correctly. So what I decided to do is to actually use a more real life anatomy to create this character. And as you can see here in the part of the leg, you can see this a lot, even the knee and the inside part of the leg. It's a part that I spent a lot of time modifying, a lot of time to get it correctly, because I knew that when I have to animate it, it needs to be perfect to make sense. Otherwise, even if it's something that doesn't exist, it will not feel real, and instead I have to make something that feels real, even if it's something that I made up. So I think for this week is everything, and thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and see you next week.